Okay, guys, so the phone stopped again. I want to talk about the space. It's 9:52. My watch is 5 minutes fast. It's the same day. And I'm just put all these together. And so anyway, it's the 25th of November, and it's such a wonderful day. I'm so happy. I'm trying to finish this up. And so basically, I don't even know what I was talking about, but so much stuff. But and it's all such a blessing, not condoning in my life. And but basically, my commander, that was another reason. They said, you asked to RST. That's not a mental health issue either. Okay. So, and they said, you want special treatment. I never asked for a special treatment. Okay. So anyway, that's a recorded call. Okay. So that was on the recorded call. So basically, the commander used the use that the commander assigned to me while I was making federal reports, which were, you're not supposed to get a U when I'm reporting. That's no fair act. Protected for individuals reporting unfairness. They were protected from adverse action, so they can't get fired and kicked out of their job when they're reporting things, okay? But that wasn't adhered to in my instance, to my understanding. I was reporting my unit for unfairness, and because the other unit did force me to go on that quid pro quo sexual harassment mental health send, they forced me to go. I stayed home for my own protection because that is a form of misuse of the mental health system in order to hide hazing and harassing, molestation, using sleep gas. That is basically why I was removed from the military. In that way, not by the military, not by the army, but by this federal group that's working its way in through my commanders, okay? The commander, when the commander sent me, did not know if I was Asian, had never looked at me, just the paperwork. Unless he looked me up on Google. That, I don't know if that counts as being able to look someone up and, he had never seen me. So if I was standing next to someone and I didn't have a name badge on, he wouldn't know who I was, okay? Now he's sending me on this mental health. So I immediately wrote to the IG. Now the IG it took 2 years of me sending in these RST requests every month. The RST are getting denied. He's Uing me, and then he moves me out of the army because it would be dangerous for me to go to the army when there is a mental health, because he can do like the other commander did. The other commander was not honest, fibbed, or lied. Okay, I'm gonna use that word. Nevertheless, he lied to me, or he presented things that were not true and sent me on a forced send. Because that happened, there's legal precedence there that I was being used to create illegal activity in the Army. UMC MJ protects me, that I mustn't go in to attendance if my presence there could be used to hide hazing, harassing, molestation, using sleep gas, by forcing me to go on a mental health, which what it's doing is trying to stigmatize me or label me so that others will dismiss my claims. That's what it's doing, okay? So that's why this group is working so hard to go in my record, say she's crazy. The only thing is I was put on so many special assignments, and I'm blessed to have these awards. They took my awards off of my ERB, or whatever you call it. I was blessed to earn 2 RCOMs, 2 AAMs. On my records, that doesn't show anymore. It just shows 1 AAM, 1 RCOM. They ensured that my 300 PG test didn't go on my NCOER. They sent someone down from group. This is not the Army doing this. And he said, getting a 300 is simply meeting the standard of excellence that we expect from you as soldiers. So you will not put a 300. This is when I got a 300 PG test. You will not put that on an NCOER. And if you do it, you are disobeying a direct order. So my squad leader said, we can't put this on your NCOER. Now, there were other people who had 300 PG tests, and they were putting theirs on their NCOER prior to when I got mine. And after I got mine, that wasn't necessarily still the order because that person transitioned out of the Army. Nevertheless, my records were being tampered with. That's called legal tampering or manipulating the image of the truth, okay? So because that changes history. So that year, which was, I think, my NCOER for 2017, it has no PT test on it. I have my PT test. I have the PT test card. I was like, oh my God, because I was blessed to be 299 active Army. So I'm trying to keep this quick because just in case it cuts off. So So they shut my emails down so you couldn't see all the special assignments. My ERB has been changed also. My awards are removed. So much is moved around on my ERB that is not true, and things are erased off of my ERB so that it looks like I'm a lackluster, like, I don't know, schlob that just sits around and is depressed, crawls into a ball, cries, and gets angry and is belligerent. That's not true. None of that is true. I'm a hard worker. I stay in my room. I keep to myself. I came from being a nerd. I had glasses. I got LASIK eye surgery in 2010, even though this group is working to make my eyes blurry. Okay. I never needed glasses, but I cheated on the eye test as a child because my brother, who didn't need glasses either, there's a relative that kept saying he needs glasses and convinced him to go get these glasses. And my mom, who wears glasses, said, "You're so cute, oh my God." And I was like, I wanted that attention. So I cheated on my eye test and said, "I need glasses. I can't see a thing. I can't see." And he had to know I was not being honest. But it costs $100 to get glasses or so, and I'm not trying to say this ethical thing. Now, the doctor would have known. I was like, "Oh, no, I don't know what I'm seeing." He had to know. So, but anyway, he went ahead and did the purchase, and I ended up getting glasses. I didn't need glasses. And once I started growing, I realized I don't want glasses. But once you start using glasses, you will need glasses if you use them, okay? So my eyes somehow are going back to blurriness to when I cheated on my eye test. However, I never needed glasses. No one in my family wears glasses. Mom only needed glasses because she used to read in the dark. She's an avid reader. As a child, she used to read in the dark. No one in her family wears glasses. No one in my family wears glasses. So I don't have an eyeglass issue thing. I have LASIK. And they said you shouldn't need LASIK again, but my eyes are being temporary.